when you try to expand in this humanity, okay? There is a positive trine from Jupiter to Chiron, meaning the way that Jupiter is in the third house, basics understanding, communication, siblings, immediate environment, okay? Your environment, like the way that there's habitat and environment versus genetics. This is your habitat inflicting it on your personality. Your Jupiter is there, which means you have a very big neighborhood. You like to stretch out. You like to go places. You like to expand your mind. You like to theorize. You like to change your mind a lot and grow on ideas and preach ideas. You have that to positive aspects to Chiron, which is in a yod to that generational Neptune-Pluto aspect. You have a healing ability to communicate with people because of your Jupiter, but it's based and it is constantly affected and supported, but directed by Pluto sitting in your 12th house. Pluto in the 12th house talks about being afraid to be alone, being afraid to, being afraid of the power of your mind, and really how to express and dive into the psychology of yourself in order to gain power over yourself. Because in the 12th house, that's where your power is. Because you have Pluto retrograde there in the 12th house, making these strong aspects to the vertex in the 8th house. Every time you go through a transformation, it immediately takes you back to that place of serenity when you do get into that spiritual place. It's in retrograde. You did not come with this. Whatever happened in a past life that made you very comfortable being alone and isolated and protective and a little bit paranoid, you kept that as a lesson to give you a source of happiness when you meditate. Because you're afraid to be alone, but you also gain your power there. Okay? When you release and you really dig in and go into your shadow, that's where you are your most powerful and potent, is where your Pluto is, especially considering it's retrograde, especially considering it's making positive aspects to the vertex in the 8th house. Because the vertex is where things flip on their heads for you. The vertex is a sweet spot calculated on a birth chart that shows you where things, when activated by transit or someone else's placement, say they have their Venus exactly at 6 degrees Cancer, that's going to literally be a tidal wave on your life. And it pushes you into the 12th house, pushes you into that Pluto energy that makes you isolate and think and spiritually connect to yourself. And then once you've gained your power and your confidence out in the 12th house, you come back and you're able to communicate those big ideas and these big sensations and heal the people you partner with from the Jupiter in the 3rd house up to Chiron in the 7th. You really understand people through their pain, and that's why you're here to help them. God, we're at 30 minutes. All right, I guess I should cut this. Do I have anything else there? I love the way your chart works, by the way. And I did need to do this twice. I definitely did, because I definitely learned a thing or two in this reading. I'm so sorry it took longer than it was supposed to. My contact information is on the document that will follow this, and I appreciate your patience. Thanks so much. I hope to see you soon. Eventually, maybe we can actually have chat and I can figure out who I just read for. This has been Astro Bria for your blind reading. I hope you have a wonderful day. Blessings!